Hello. Getting set up. Oh, I don't want that one. I wanted the other one. Let's get down over to the painful switch accounts. Painful budgeter. Because that's when we are going live on. Videos live. Got that one. Where is it? Let's see if we can switch this up. I'll see if I can play around with my thing. It usually takes a minute for everything to get on there. Let's refresh. Videos live. Do I have not a live up yet? Latest videos. Oops, I'm still on the painful life. That's why. Switch. Painful budgeter. This thing likes to. Why is this not switching over? Painful. Painful. Painful life. No, I want painful budgeter. Not life. It says it's on. Let's view my channel. How's that? There we go. Technology. Gotta love it. My channel. How's that? Go. Technology. Gotta love it. Let's mute that. And close chat. Make sure that's working. Hi all. Shunned. Give myself a thumbs up. One's watching. Oh, that would be me. All right, let's see if we can adjust this. I usually come on Sundays, but I had so much stuff I was doing yesterday. I just completely. I said, no, I'm going to be losing my flow if I don't go and continue on what I was doing. I was getting a lot of the editing and that stuff. I just got my scanner to scan up, and I was getting everything in the computer and then working on this, cleaning up some of my coloring page for my painful life. I usually do a free coloring page every month, but I didn't have the scanner hooked up yet, and I was waiting for some stuff to come in the mail, and it's come up, and then, you know, life happens, and I was delayed even more. But I've got my coloring page. Where is it? Got my coloring page for the month, which is the Jack Frost's top hat. And this was hand sketched. It was originally, where's the original one that gave me the idea for it? Hello, Miss Jinxie. Where is it? I did this one last year. It's kind of a spring one with watercolor, and I hand sketched it as well. It turned out even better. I might actually do a larger one like this, but doing black and white for a coloring page as well, because I really liked that one. That one turned out really nice. And so I did it again. This one was a little more wonky, but that's okay. This one actually, if you don't pay attention to the bottom, it looks like a frozen bucket of flowers. But I did it in acrylic ink, had it free-formed and everything, and then just add a little bit of icicles and also did some blue ink on it. I don't have the blue ink here. So it's actually, if you print it up and you print it in color, you'll actually see little bits of blue where the ice is. And that's what we'll be doing a little bit later. And I'm actually going to try doing it with deco paint. I'll probably water them down to make it a little more of a wash and see how that works. I haven't tried that before, so we'll probably do that. Right now I'm working on my 1 month ahead for my challenge for this month. I want to get it in there so I can, get all my my next challenges done. Hello, got some people coming in here. Oh, you subscribed, thank you. Ben is my name. Hey Ben, how you do? And oh my god, so good. Hi. A hatter pumpkin. Yeah, it kind of looks like a pumpkin. Yeah, I like that one, really cool. But yeah, it's free in my Ko-Fi account. You can link it's in my description, so you can go over there and get the free thing of the ice Jack Frost's hat. So you can go and get this free on my Ko-Fi for the month. So make sure to go over there and you can color along with me. Appreciate everybody who's stopping in. Let's get this one done. Now this is also hand done as well. This is the second part of it. I don't know what happened to my other one. Somewhere or another. Oh, I got some other stuff in here. But to make this will have you save up to $1,000 right here. We got three rows of 5s, 1 row of 10s, 1 row of 15s, 1 row of 25s, 30s, 40s, 45s, and some more 45s. So all of these will save up to $1,000. Each paycheck you take out of it, put it aside, and they'll save up to your 1,000 emergency fund. This is one for apps and subscriptions is the one in the middle. So you just kind of tally up all your subscriptions you have, and then you divide it by these, and each one you put away until you have a 1 month of subscriptions. And this is a pantry challenge as well. So each one you can either do single ones or do the section as well. Either way you want to do it, divide it up, and for how much you pay for a month, and you get that put aside. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to finish off. This one's it's basically hashtags with the corners cut out. And then you just kind of fill it in with a little bit of darker ink and just do the shadowing to make it look a little more 3D. And these ones are all hand sketched as well. I just picked up random. You got the phone bill, you got TV, you got some apps, insurance, room insurance, computer, gym, and then 3 extra ones on the bottom. They can add whatever else you want in of them. Each one could be for anything else. If you have one big subscription or a couple subscriptions, you can just have them for different things, whatever you want. Let's get started. I'm not doing quill and ink on this one because that takes forever. Today I'm doing a micron pen. A couple micron pens, a little bit of a Sharpie for the thicker one, 005. And we'll get started on this one. Let's see if I can get it to zoom in. Whee. And this one I will have it scanned in and hopefully have it on my channel to get off the Ko-Fi for free for this next month. Maybe in the next week or two I'll have that up there. I'll have the envelopes and everything done up on it. And if you are new to my channel, I appreciate you joining me. I am Payne of The Painful Life and The Painful Budgeter. I got 2 channels. I have The Painful Life, which is an art channel. And it's actually going to be going more to the talking head. I haven't really put a whole lot out on it lately because I'm just trying to get my channels organized. That's why I haven't really done a lot of budgeting besides just lives. I have the money to do the cash challenge savings and everything, but I'm just more trying to get all the challenges up and going and getting because I'm pretty much starting over as I have no money, trying to get all my other challenges done and all my other envelopes and binders done up as well. Gave $100 to who? You want to give me $100? That'd be freaking awesome. I need some new stuff for my art stuff. Anyways, make sure you subscribe and like to all these budgeters out there. Cool people. Now I do make handmade. All my challenges are handmade for my budgeting channel. Each one of them I sketch them out and then ink them in. Sometimes I actually ink them in with quill and ink. And sometimes I just do a Sharpie depending on how much time I have. One of the reasons I haven't put out as many videos is I'm just trying to get a lot of this behind the scenes stuff done. Getting my Ko-Fi organized, money challenges, the booklets, trying to get my dad's money challenges organized as well. Doing writing, doing script writing, doing the Amazon affiliate. I'm doing some of that, trying to get that, the B-roll for that and all the other stuff so I can start getting some money done in here. So, because I'm a school bus driver and I work like 25 hours a week. And that's really not a whole lot of money. Come spring, we get a lot of the field trips, and I can go and do UTA or whatever, some of the local bus driving as well during the summer. But I went from a truck driver who makes almost $60,000 plus a year to making $30,000, $35,000 a year. And I either have to sit down and buckle down and get serious with the art and start making some money off of it, or find a full-time position. And so I want giving myself to spring to start getting all this stuff done, getting the licenses, organizing my art room, getting to the point where I can start getting some handmade physical besides just digital downloads. So it's a lot of stuff I'm trying to work my way through, and also ADHD, so my own brain is working against me, so I have to kind of figure that out. And it's interesting and stressful, but yet, you know, fun. Some of my other money challenges I'm gonna be working is a 12-month one, which I'm just gonna have the 3-1 out because I got behind on everything, and then I'll continue to add them as I go. I'm just trying to keep myself organized and going. My other channel, my live one, will be more talking head once I get going on to that. So, you know, make sure you like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. Let's get going. I have been mumbling enough. I got my coffee. Feel free to chat if you have a channel. Make sure you put that in the comments. I will write it down. I'll check you out. I'll subscribe, all that fun stuff. And if it's something I really enjoy doing, I'll make sure I do a share of your channel to other people. If it's in the same type of realm that I am in and I enjoy doing, I usually don't share other people's channels unless it's something that, you know, works for me. But at the very least, I will go and watch some of your videos and get you some watch hours. So make sure you put that you have a channel in the thing so other people who are on the chatting or whatever, they know you have a channel, you can check them out. Got to help our community get going, you know. All right, now like I said, doing these are not too hard to do. If you have a graphiting ruler, you can get it all evened out and everything, and the little jewels are basically just a hashtag and then connecting the dots. And it doesn't have to be perfect because that's what Photoshop is for. You can always fix it later on. I have a mix of just some dark shadows, just hashing it, and some dots as well to kind of give the shadows on this one. I'm going to do one that's all black and white that I'll upload to my Ko-Fi, so if people want to color in themselves, they can do that. And then I'll also do some coloring in as well if people just want to mark them off. But today we're just I'm doing the shadows kind of on the bottom here and then on the side here. So that way this side and this side will have most of the shadows, and then in the corners we'll have a little bit more shadow to make them pop, and then mostly just light on the top and in the very center. And so when you're doing this, make sure you have the right size. I usually start with a smaller size. I have that's an 05. I want an 005. There's an 005, and here's an 05. I'll do the 005. That's a brown one, but when I go in the shop, I can do that. It doesn't really notice as much. Since I'm doing it sideways, I have to kind of do it all on one side. I don't have that is the wrong color, but it doesn't really matter. And just kind of start from the bottom and flick up. Just flick it up. That way, it's not really that difficult. People look at some of this stuff and they go, that must have taken, well, it does take forever sometimes, getting the right placement, but really it's just step by step. It's a rectangle, another rectangle, some hashtags, squares, and just making sure they're spaced the right distance, and that's all it is to do this one. All you need is a little bit of time. I'll start from the corners on this one. Corner on the little triangles on the corners. Go out. That way you have the lights on the bottom. And then you kind of just come up with the darker one, the 05, and I'll just kind of darken it a little bit, just doing more dots on the bottom. Anybody out there, artists? This one I'll just kind of darken on the sides and there at the bottom. Do a little bit dots here on the bottom so it kind of looks like shadows. And my thing is, do I have it on saver mode or something? I don't know. Battery. I have an energy saver. I don't know. All right, I don't know. My computer keeps going off. That's okay. I'll just have to check on it every so often. Oops, wrong size. I know this one's not as exciting as doing the top hat, but I'll get it done. I just want to make sure I get some of this stuff done. A lot of times when I do these lives, it's just, I'll do this like in front of the TV a lot, but a lot of times the lives, it's just for me to get some of this stuff done, or else I'll just find other reasons not to get the stuff, because I am the queen of procrastination, I swear. Get some more little dots. And I really started if you're like new to art and you have the same mentality as I did, was like, oh, I can't draw a stick figure. I couldn't draw a stick figure about a year and a half ago. And that's when I quit trucking. That looks messy as F. I started trucking and then quit my trucking job because I was just so burnt out of it and the company was just screwing me over. And but I was computer illiterate and I couldn't do anything computer wise. And a lot of the places you go, if you make halfway decent money, you have to have some sort of computer technology savvy. I didn't even know how to cut and paste or unzip files or anything like that. I push that button on my computer and pray to God the thing turns on, and didn't even know how to like do email and just the basics. So I started taking courses and screwing up a lot and then fixing it and screwing up some more and fixing it and just gradually just getting better and then narrowing down what I wanted to do. This channel was my first channel, my budgeting channel. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like to hear a lot of rambling. I will give you lots of rambling here on these lives. But yeah, this was my first channel because I started a YouTube channel so I can learn how to use a computer. Year and a half later, 2 channels, and I'm still figuring stuff out. Just trying to figure out how to do Photoshop this last little while and editing. Okay, let's get some things. I think I got the wrong pens. The other pens I think are in the other room. Let me go in the other room and grab the right one that's not around. It'll bug me if I don't. Hello. Oh, full screen. I don't want full screen. Oh, what the heck? I can't do this. Where is it? Why is this looking all weird? Let's just go back to view channel. See if I can get on there. All right. Computer is doing something weird. All right, let's see. Why is this? Oh well. Oh well, I'll have to see if that. Full screen, come on. Work with me. What the heck? Play on TV, theater mode. I don't want theater mode. Is that what I did? That's what I did. I pushed a T. There we go. I'm back. Make sure you push some hearts if you're still watching. Whee. That way I know someone's still watching. Appreciate it. This is an 05. And we'll just do some little squiggle up here. Darken it a little bit on the top. Darken these corners. That way they look like they kind of go in a little bit. And let's get some. Oh, I've had a twinge in my eye this last couple of days. It's bugging me. I'm surprised I don't have like a red eye. Make it look like I have, what's that thing you get as a kid? Pink eye or something, because I've been rubbing my eyes so much. Oh, well, that one looks about done. Let's get this vroom vroom. Things out of the way. And Now I'm just kind of thickening up some of these, giving the letters a little extra definition. I've also been trying to learn how to do calligraphy as well, and some days I can do it, and some days, well, it looks like a blob. Okay, let's get some tires. Get little dots on the tires so it looks like they're darty. I would love an old car, like something from the 50s or 60s. I love watching car rehabilitation cars. There's one that was like doing like Lamborghinis and stuff. I'll just put that in the background and listen to it. Or like cleaning shows when I'm doing other stuff, I'll have them in the background. Like Midwest Magic Cleaning and Clean with Barbie, and those are my go-tos when I'm doing work. I'll just sit and listen to them. Midwest Cleaning's awesome. Or some of those prepper ones, like the Alaskan ones. Got any channels you guys like watching? What are some of your guilty pleasures? Before I came in here, I'm like, ooh, do I have to do a live? Because there's like one of my channels I want to go and watch, and they just got a new one out. Then I have to tell myself, dude, it's YouTube. You can watch it anytime. I'm so bad. Thanks for the love. So any of you guys at work or just doing your Monday thing? It's like I have the tendency, I want to like fill these in. It's like, dude, you need to scan it before you fill it in and do any extra work on it. All right, let's get this pantry challenge one done up. I've got the last one is the boxes and the cans, and I did most of this yesterday watching YouTube and some of my other things. I have some other challenges I'm done. I just need to do some videos on them. That way I can get some watch hours. And that way when I do it in the Ko-Fi, I can like connect it to it so they, if anybody steals stuff, it's like, dude, I did this, I did it live, here's my info. So I always try to do something live when you're doing one of these handmade challenges. And a lot of times when I get my ideas for these, I'll go on Pinterest and see what the type of stuff they have on there. That's where I kind of got the idea. It's not exactly summer, but there's some shelving that kind of look like that. They had like the old style products in it, a little basket, and some of the cooking channels I watch, they have like setups like this. So I go in there and get inspired from them, and then pick and choose which ones I like the best and add it to it. I remember when I first started doing these, my cans and stuff were awful. They all look wonky. Look like they're at weird angles. Yeah, make this into a couple rice boxes or cereal. Do some little picture on the side with some, so they look like they're have something on them. Looks like there's a ball on there. That one looks like it might just fall off. Put some, looks like pickles or something in that one. When they're this tiny, you don't really have to be too detailed. You just got to have enough that people can see what they are. Do the lids. And a lot of times I just kind of put dots on them. I don't even like do full-on lines. And sometimes that just makes it look more real too, sometimes from a distance, especially when there's this small. This is a micron 005. You have to make sure you don't press really hard because it's really easy to damage the felt tips on these. I'll make sure I put a link in my bio of the tools that I'm using. So if you want to do this yourself, microns are really good. Or any other type of felt tip pens. I also like the Fabric Castle. They're also really good. And the Sharpie, it has some nice color and a nice little tip to it. But these are slightly larger. And they don't really have the smaller sizes, at least not yet, but I do like them as well. And I'll come back and do some shading on them as well. And if you have the option to do a chat, just go in there and make some really, weird ones. Just kind of do a lot of just so I know you're there, I do that sometimes. I'm weird like that. This looks like boxes for when you go outside to do your gardening. If anybody has a garden. Now I can make these like really straight, but as if I take my time. And then, let me see, I have a shelf in here. And then on the back, I've just been kind of going, just doing some lines. That didn't sound right. Just basically going from the edge of these things and just pulling away. And then doing the same on the other side. Kind of look like they have some sort of texture behind it. That also makes a lot of the product pop on the shelves. If you have a darker, but if you don't want to have a full dark background, and that's why you kind of do some of these lines. And I can also go in there with the slightly larger one. 05. And I'll just kind of do dots around the sides of them to kind of show that's the dark. And underneath the lids, do a little extra shading. Anywhere that might have a little bit of extra shadow as well, darken it in a little bit. Thank you, Traveling and Savings Chef. That's a mouthful. How you doing this Monday? This is for my 1 month ahead challenge I'm working on. I got the other one done, and then I'll have this going up in a couple weeks. Try to get them a little bit more staggered so I don't have them all coming out at the same time. Because I did have my 2025 one. Things. I don't have it printed up. I gotta print one up for my dad, but I have my 2026. I wanted that one out for a little bit before I added the next one. Thank you. Yeah. I figure 1 month ahead, you don't really have to worry too much about having it out for the monthly stuff. This thing took me, I've been working on this for the last, not the month, but, you know, I had it done a while ago. But I just haven't had a chance to ink it in. I had it all done and finished up, just not inked in. So I'm just listening to that last week, trying to get up on some of my challenges that I have done, but just not finished, you know, editing and doing the Photoshop and cleaning them up and getting them on Ko-Fi and all that fun stuff. So I'm trying to do that right now. Doing the last little things. The same thing probably took me, between the two of them, because I have two of them, 8 hours. Okay, I think that one is done, and I will scan this in, and then I'll probably do one that's colored as well. I love doing like Zentangles and abstract stuff as well. I actually have some Zentangle and abstract money challenges in my Ko-Fi. You'll have to check them out. I'll probably have them go free on one of these months. I try to rotate them so everybody can get some free ones. That I'm going to color later. I am going to do my hat. This is my free one for my Life channel. It is actually on my Ko-Fi. You can get it for free, which is the hat. And I'm going to try to do it with my deco art, kind of watered down to make it kind of like a wash. I don't know if that's going to work, but we'll see. Let's see if I can adjust this so you can get the whole thing. And do I have the water dipper, whatever the heck it's called. Trying to play around with the stuff that I have and see how many uses I can. If not, then I'll just go and use my watercolor. This is metal, so if you hear a little rattling, it's freaking loud. I need to get ceramic one. But yeah, this is the free one. So if you like coloring pages, this is my Jack Frost one. I had it, this was my spring one, which I did in watercolor. This was hand sketched as well. So that gave me the idea of doing a top hat like this one, but for winter. And so if you actually upload it, you can actually see I actually did it in black ink and blue. Actually did it in quilling ink. At least the blue part. I did part of it in quilling ink, but it was taking so long and my quills were giving me issues. So I did the rest in felt tip and then just went over it with some black ink to kind of make it even out all the colors. And then I went back with some Indian ink and did a little bit of blue around the edges where the ice would be. And I'm going to try to, I actually am going to make this larger, and I'll probably do a tracing off of this and do this in black and white for a spring one. So I might do like different top hats for different seasons. Maybe I'll even do one for Christmas and one for fall or something like that, or a Halloween spooky one. Who knows? Just do some different top hats. They're kind of cool. And let's get the blues done first. I'm going to do a couple colored blues. I got my deco art. I'm going to do some reviews on this so I can do some Amazon affiliate links. So I figured I might as well use them and try them different styles. Let's do some whites here as well. I can, whoops. I don't know how well this will be. And water. I got my skull. That's the only reason I went and bought this tequila brand. The Crystal Skull was so I can have the skull. He's cool. And I'm gonna do that. Get some of my easy. Get my grandma's. Actually, I found these in my cupboard the other day when I was cleaning out one of my my rooms upstairs. This is from my grandma. She used to paint ceramics. I'm like, oh, that is so cool. So we're gonna do a little bit of blue. And a little bit of white. Whoop. And make it light. Where's my towel? Let's make this a little lighter. I don't know how well this will work, but we'll give it a try. Let's just kind of do a wash. I don't know if it's going to cover all the way. I might have to do more water. Might want to do a smaller paintbrush. That might be an idea. Oh, well. You can do this with crayon. You can do this with pencil. You can do this if you have it printed up on watercolor paper. You can do it with a little bit of watercolor. This one's just on cardstock. So it might get a little wrinkly, but that's fine. Or once it's dry, you can always play around with what you got. Yeah, I am using my Americana deco art. A lot of times I use these for mandala dots. I love doing mandala dots. Yeah, but yeah, print some up, give them to your daughter. My dad had me started doing these like coloring pages because his store, he works for Macy's out here in Utah, and they do coloring pages, and there are a lot of the little kid simple ones that are AI generated. And he says, why don't you just do some ones so you can put out there? And so I started doing coloring pages, and so I do a free one every month. And so this isn't the next one. He has some at his store for teddy bear, so I'll probably do a Valentine's one for next month. Yeah, that's good enough water on it because it still kind of shows the ice around the back. And it's a lot easier to paint than pencil or crayon because it takes forever. You can just kind of let it move around. And when it's dry, you can actually come back with pencil and give it some extra like darker colors. Or you can just kind of come in here with some darker blues and just kind of like the full strength. And anywhere they might think that a shadow might be, you just kind of come around here and darken it. You can also do some purple as well as a shadow instead of dark blue or black. Gotta make sure I let it dry a little bit before I add a lot of. This is just white and blue. But yeah, you can add some purples and give it some darker highlights on it and just kind of do some dots. I was just hoping this would kind of show up a little bit better on Alive. Let's see if I can get it zoomed in a little bit. There we go. Almost looks like an icing. A cake. Actually, this would be a cool looking cake. gonna do some little of the ice down here. This looks like it's kind of, and I can do even a lighter wash over the bottom a little bit. And you can use your pen, especially if you're gonna do it a different color. I might do it like a green, but yep, this is free for this month, so go and grab it. So if you don't have any watercolors, but you have deco art, add some water to it. You got you some more opaque watercolors, but it will work. Don't need to go out and buy more stuff. Just see what you have in your cupboards. If you're like me and you're ADHD and you have like 100 different types of things that you get started and then never finish, yeah, just go check your cupboards. Usually you have something. Make sure if you do get this on your channel or anything like that, and you do have a channel, make sure you hit me up and let me know. And I'd love to, if you have an Instagram or anything like that, and you go and color it up with your family or kids, make sure you share it. I would love to see how yours turn out. These are supposed to be fuzzy, but when I fixed them in Photoshop, they weren't that fuzzy. So I'll just kind of do a little water around them. Actually, this makes it a lot easier to do this with the painting. Yeah, this thing took me about 10 hours to do or so. It took a while. Actually, just drawing the outline of it and the stuff itself was actually kind of easy. It was more of the detail, like the flowers and stuff, that took me the longest. Maybe not 10 hours, but since I didn't do it all the time. Let's see if I can get some around the edges where the ice is. And I'll probably take this over to my dad's store and he can hang it up. And those are supposed to be ice drops, so I'm just going to do a little bit of color on one side of these little dots up here. That way they kind of look like reflectors, and you add a little bit of where the heck, a little extra like white on the other side when it dries up a bit. I'll have one side where the black is, the darker side I'll have like the blue, and then I'll come back with some white once it dries a little bit. I don't know why my thing keeps going off. I'll make sure I put this on my... What color should I do some of these flowers? Maybe I should do them pastel, so it's like almost springtime, but somebody got too impatient, and so do some like very bright pinks and pastel colors underneath them. This is actually an icicle flower, so I'm gonna do some... Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I forgot to fix it. I put the shadowing on the wrong side on some of these. So I'm going to do it blue on one side and water it down a little bit. And I'll probably come back with some purple and make it even darker on one side. So anybody do anything fun this Monday? Make sure if you are a saver or you have your own channel, make sure you put that in the comments and say, hey, I have my own channel, and that way people can check you out as well. Got to help all of our fellow creators. I have a challenge I'm going to be working on. That is a share the love one. It'll be like a 6-part one for those who don't have the money like me to buy all this stuff and save all the money. That way you can give people watch hours instead. Get some blues in here. Make sure you do some hearts and stuff so I know you're watching, whoever is. I think it's just me right now, but appreciate everybody for stopping by. That's good on that. Let's see if we can add some color. I really want to make his hat kind of a greenish teal. Let's do some teal. And whoops, I might need to shake that up. That was kind of liquidy. Wish I had a darker green. I guess I can add some blue. Oh, that's a nice green. Light green or green. Let's do some white. I can always start with a light one and then do a little bit darker. That's a good thing about doing this. Get some more teal in here. Oops. I just told myself I needed to shake it up and I forgot to shake it up. This hat, oops, throwing stuff. You can find this hat on my Ko-Fi account. It is free for the month. Oh, that's a nice bluish green. Kind of yellow. I might add a little more yellow to it. This is Jack Frost Fancy Weather hat. Add some of that and add a little bit of water to it. Make it a little more bright. Let's add a little yellow, make it a little brighter green. Always add white to make it brighter. Add like a complementary color, like a yellow. Okay, and that's too much. And sometimes you mess up. Just a dab. Still kind of learning my color stuff. All right. That's a good one. Let's add a little water to it. There we go. Let's make sure that's very watered down. I don't want it opaque. I just kind of want to wash. Make sure it's live. I'm going to do his hat. Oop. That is, where's my napkin? My napkin. Where's my napkin? And we'll just kind of, I'm just going to get the edges right here and then just kind of feather them out. You can even just use your finger. You can get this coloring page on my Ko-Fi, so make sure you go and get it. It'll be free for this month. You can always do a donation if you wish. hat is bright. I might have added a little bit more blue to that. That one's all right. I like that color a little better. Oops. Let's pick some of that up. I kind of like that darker for just for the edge. I might do a lighter color in the center. Who knows? We'll just see what it looks like. Let's see, where's the other one? And just kind of move it around. Pretend it's watercolor. This is actually watered down American Deco. And when it's done, I might actually use some crayon, or not crayon, some other stuff to give it some more definition. Probably could have used some watercolor paper, but I just used some plain old cheapy cardstock. Might just do a little bit of green in there. Pick that up, that's a little bit too. Kind of try to make it a little bit lighter in the center of it and darker on the sides. Use this as a chance to figure out what did I do there. Oh, that should be hat. Oh, looks like I'm missing part of the hat on there. Oh well. I think I should have a line here. I missed something. It's okay. Don't have to be perfect. Well, let's make sure that we get enough color on the bottom as well. We'll do a bit darker on the sides. On the edges. You can also do some browns to kind of make it look like it's been lived in. Where's my color wheel? I guess too much. Where's my color wheel? There we go. Kind of a reddish brown might be good. Too green. So reds and oranges might be good for the bend. all else fails, if you don't know what to put the other ones, look at your color wheel. I have mostly like blues and greens over here in this area, so probably these are the colors right here between purple and orange would be good for like the bands, and then some of the colors. I'm gonna get some of the darker color around the edges. Kind of make this look like a felt hat or something like that, maybe. I'll probably come back with some dark blues and just kind of do some dot work. Add some texture to it. Probably want to dry it off a bit. I don't know. I don't know. This is where you go and you figure stuff out, and it doesn't matter if you screw it up, because, well, it's just a coloring page. Work on your color. That's too colored. Let's pull that out a little bit, or at least feather it out. I need some dark green. Dark blue. And a little bit more yellow. Let's see. I do not want that much. Let's put that over here. All right, where's my little brush? Got a lot of color on here, so I will just I probably should have done a lighter green. I'll do just a little bit of darker green around it. Probably on the sides that are way. And just layer. Okay, make sure I use that. It's a mess. That's okay. It's actually oddly satisfying. Probably should add a little more water to that. That's okay. It's okay. And this is my drawing that I did. So my Ko-Fi account, and I'm actually using Deco Art, a little bit of water, because I'm trying to use the stuff I got. Trying to use it like watercolor, just adding extra water and just layering it. Just seeing what's gonna look like. Sometimes it turns out good, and sometimes it just looks like a mess. Yeah. Don't forget you get your drink. Yeah, last time I used a pencil, so I figured I'd try a different medium. Whoop, that's really dark. What color should I go for? Should have watered that one down a little bit more. Yep, feel free to go on my Ko-Fi account. You can find it in my descriptions link. Well, not this one, but the main descriptions links. And it is free this month. So I just kind of started with a darker one and then added more water and yellow to make it kind of a lighter. And I'll come up over the tops of these wherever the light might shine and give it a little extra color. I think these are supposed to be whatever they are. I have no idea. They can actually be flowers or anything you want, but I'm going to do them like a leaf. I'm going to do some lighter color right there in the center and then darker on the outsides. Oh, I was going to dip that in my coffee. Don't dip your brush in your coffee. Whenever you're doing art, I do recommend to have something that has a lid on it. So if you do start dipping, you're not dipping, you know, in the coffee. I've had that happen before. It's called learning from experience. looks more green than yellow. Let's get some yellow in there. This is also crystal, so that's going to be a little bit different. Let's get some. Oh, and we have some purple. Let's get some. Get some color in the center, like some of those pansies that have the different colors. Oops, let's not get it too much. I don't want it to cover up the line work underneath. I might have to bring in some more line work. Get some edges in here. Let's get some little flares. It's one thing about using deco art. You can always go over it after you've done like a wash on it and then come over with some heavier ones that haven't and then add some extra depth. Actually, that looks really cool. I like that with the blue and the purple. Let's see, let's kind of go over the top like that. I'll have to give this to my dad when he goes to work. Some darker stuff up here. Get some different highlights. That one's kind of more yellow, so we'll do a little bit more darker on the near the end. The thing keeps wanting to turn off. Do a really light one on the edge. Might redo it reverse, maybe a red or a purple. I need. Let's do a red. Let's shake that up. Shake, 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 give it something. Oop, that's kind of watery. Kind of a purplish red. Let's do more of a reddish. I might do a full-on red and then a red right next to it and a purple. And don't forget the water. Well, I want some cleaner water. All right. I might actually make the whole thing kind of reddish and then come in with some purple on the edges. Do some full-on brown underneath. I forgot to do a line there. Holly, you're slacking. You slacking. Slacking, slacking, slacking. Let's see, like greenish blue, green, blue. Let's do a little more yellow, a little more water. There we go. That's a better color. Nope, I didn't even see that one there. Put that on the tips. It needs some darker. Oh, well, that does dry pretty quick. Let's do some full red on the tips. And let's do some purple. Like this kind of purple. Kind of a reddish purple. Water it down a little bit. All right. Let's see. Get some darker. What am I freaking rabbit doing? I hear ya. You're not getting any more food. I already fed you. You fat little shit. Kind of a cool color. I'm like really getting into this. Oops, shake it up. Shake, shake, shake. Do something. Shake it all. This something. Oh, damn it. Oh, it looks like I missed a. Get the full on. Orange. I forgot some of that. Wait, wash. Oh well. There we go. Guess I could talk, huh? I'm gonna talk to. Alright, let's do some pink. I'm gonna do some pink. Let's see, what else can we do with this in a pink color? I'm gonna do some. Do a little bit of white, maybe. Oh, that was kind of turned out nice. Let's do a little darker in the center. Around the edges. Don't know if that will work any. Let's see, a little bit of purple shadowing. I don't know if that will work good. I might have to. I don't know. The color, it doesn't really look too bad. And let's see. Let's do this as kind of an orangey red. Add a little bit of pink. The orange to the pink. Let's see. That's a lot. Let's do a little bit. Okay, so I want to change it color. Doing kind of an orangish pinkish color, kind of a, oh, I guess a peach or carrot. Oops, I have to make sure I don't cover up all those little dots. Kind of matches his wrap. This Jack Frost would probably be between seasons. A little bit of red. Let's get a little bit of white around the edges. some full-on white. This is one thing I need to learn how to do is water droplets. Let's get some white over here. I'm actually just thoroughly having some fun. So sorry if I'm not talking. I'm just having fun. Okay, that's looking a lot better, so it's not just all one color. Oh yeah, that white really does help. Okay. I'm probably gonna have to use a little bit of white here and there as well. Maybe around the edges. Some pure white over here. Oh. All right, let's see. Did I forget some? I think I did. Right here. Mm. Let's see if I can. All right. Ouch. Let's see, a little bit of the reddish brown in here. And let's see, what should I have the big one as? Maybe a full on red. go as a peach on the top. And then kind of pink. Ugh. That one's purple, that one's orange. Let's see. Might just do this one white with pink tips. Let's see if we can get some more. Let's get some more pink. Let's see. think I did that too white. That was right. Pull that up. I think I'm getting a little bit tired. Let's see if I can get some more darker colors on this side. Alrighty, I think I better stop on that before it gets even messier. Alright, well, thank you anybody and everyone who's joined me. It's just me right now, but hey, I have fun doing that. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I got some stuff done, got my, used a little bit of paint. I haven't done any paint things in a while, so, that's messy. So I will see you on the next one. Hope you're having a fabulous weekend. I got one done. I'll have to put it in my computer. Hopefully get that up next couple weeks. And I will see you on the next one. Whee. Can I get a picture of this? Anyways, I guess I can. I'll see you on the next one. Love y'all. Bye.